And welcome back, kai te ti, kai te tā, to us here at Westbrook Park in Rotorua for the 2020 Bunnings New Zealand Secondary Schools Touch Championships. We have a matchup in the boys grade coming up next, and that is Auckland Grammar going up against Hato Paora in the plate section. We are in Pool B. We have an exciting match coming up for you guys. Something that I did notice as I was going through the team sheets, not so much a player, but again, previously, like our game beforehand, more of a coach. Assistant coach for Auckland Grammar is none other than Peter Walters, so no doubt this Auckland Grammar side will have some solid policies and procedures in place. Hato Paora, fairly new players, but no doubt we'll have some exciting talent coming out of them. As we know, some of New Zealand's greatest players to come out of touch rugby have come from the school, the likes of Otere Black, the Pewhairangi brothers, both Taorangi and Api, who have both represented New Zealand. So some strong DNA when it comes to this Hato Paora side. And they are coached by Wakapotu Senior and managed by Regan Sword. Ko i ngā whanaunga o Hato Paora, koutou e mātaki mai ana, mihi mai ki wa koutou uri e putatu ana kurunga i te whira i te rānei, e mihi ana ki a koutou o taua kura. Hoi anō, my name's Kimo Holtham. I'll be commentating today, and sitting next to me, I have one of Touch New Zealand's great, Grant Robinson. He's just walked into the room. Grant, I've just seen Peter Walters' name on the coaching sheet for this Auckland Grammar side. What can you expect from this Auckland side, knowing that he's a part of the system?
Yeah, kia ora, Look, we'll expect to see Pete have these guys in a pretty good structure. I think the flow through the field will be the key for him to look at. Really simplistic stuff to start off with, build on what they've done from day one, and just get themselves settled into the game. So definitely have a good attack, but most importantly is get that flow through the field so that they get into a nice fluidity on the back end of their sets.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to play with Pete for a few years. One of my favourite plays of his, he'll have the ball on the 5, he'll be looking to his right, and then all of a sudden he just sprints to his left, mate. He would speed to burn. Didn't matter how far on he ticked on, he was always very, very quick. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this Auckland Grammar side has to offer. Hoi anō whānau. It's been an exciting day for these teams. Auckland Grammar, they've actually done quite well. They went down to Westlake 6-4, but they managed the draw against Palmerston North boys, and they got up against Hastings boys. The draw against Palmerston North, I think, is what kept them out of the top grade. So yeah, a very good side. Unfortunate to be in the bottom section of the men's side. Hoi anō, they'll be looking to finish as best as they possibly can, so no doubt we'll be seeing some strong play from them. Hato Paora starting with ball in hand. They go up the middle. Got some good go forward, already ready to set by the third touch. It's looking like a 33 peel to start. They've got numbers on the out. He goes for the middle instead. Nice touch there by the Grammar side. That'll be 4 there. No doubt they'll be setting for a scoop off of this next play. They catch their players inside the 7. Oh, nice little check on the inside. So a good touch by Auckland Grammar. Great way to start the match by both sides.
Yeah, nice energy by Auckland Grammar on the line there. Just showing slightly different defence policy. The link and the middle, opposing middle getting up early. Nice energy from them, and that's flowing into their yards from the defensive line into the attacking line now. Nice fluid set, looking on that 33, looking a back door out the back to the link, running into space, just getting cramped into the corner there, but nice set off their line to get right down there and complete and test that defence from Hato Paora.
Hey, beautiful set. I mean, they went full field and managed to get off a nice looking move towards the end there. Just some execution, maybe a little bit of work on the execution, but yeah, just from first glimpses, this Grammar side looking very good. Look at their policies, great fly D. They've managed to lock this Hato Paora side deep in their own half. This is final here. great defensive work by Grammar. Like you said, exactly. Their policy is very, very strong. Very good on defence.
Yeah, great energy shown at the moment. If they can keep this up, that'll set them in pretty good stead as they just look to transition on new players, get a full set pretty much on the line. So this will be a real test of the Hato Paora defence now. Looking to work right in the 33. Quickie on that side. He'll step back, feed off. Other middle, having a dive. So good test of that defence. Hato Paora come up the goods here. The chance now will be how they break down this defence as they look at the 33 peel option. Stays on that short side. Nearly beats the defence, but great work by Hato Paora there. Gets the turnover. It's the 6 touch as they look to try and release towards the sub-box side and complete a better set coming out of their line than the last one. Looking a little bit stronger here as the subs come around. Still behind that 10 metre line. Pushing up hard as Auckland Grammar.
Yeah, some better yards from Hato Paora, and that just comes off the back off a good strong 1 and 2, and they do find the gap. He does need to find an open player. He gets it out to his winger, but well defended by this Grammar side. Maybe passed just a bit too early.
Yes, just what I was thinking there. He had plenty of time in goal, and sometimes just we do see the younger players just get a little tentative and throw that ball early. He had plenty of time to run the line in goal there and try and hook up with his players, but Kapai, great pass, nearly got through, broke the defence, so they'll be positive from there. Just need to resurrect that in the next time they get a chance for there. As Auckland Grammar come through, scoop off the last, open up on that side, snoop through into the in-goal, looking to connect, releases and play on, and we get a touchdown for the Auckland Grammar.
Yeah, great work there by Grammar because Hato Paora initially did very well on defence. You would have seen they stuck and mirrored up on their players very well. They had a player coming in and around from that back door, which just opened up the holes a bit. So Grammar first to get points on the board, 1-0 going up against Hato Paora. Hato Paora now hot on the attack. They're about 15 metres out at the moment.
Just working between the middles, trying to draw that defensive line out. The flatter line they can get there, the better the attack. As they look on the 32 peel, doesn't quite come off, so they're resetting that. Working right over on the far line. 5th and final touchdown there. Hand over to Auckland Grammar as they look to release out from their red zone. Nice strong yards here, releasing out through to the middle, right over to their sub-box side now, as we should get a nice transition, good yards, extra one to the winger as a release off. They'll be looking to bring back into the middle now as they bring on their subbers through into the middle for a final off here. Nice scoop and go, open again, and we find a little bit of space. Referee says the play on call, and that's great work by number 4 Boston Crone to dot down for Auckland Grammar. Nice flow through there.
Yeah, not only was everything just seemed beautiful there, the way they were chugging it upfield, the setup for the move, even the way their subbers come on to the field, they just seem very well structured, this Auckland Grammar side. Hato Paora will need to do a lot of work, especially considering they've been flying, the defence for this Grammar side, they've been flying very, very hard. Sometimes all it takes is one extra pass just to get in and behind that defensive line. I'd like to see these Hato Paora links chopping their holes a bit harder. They're quite tight at the moment, not giving the winger any options to either come out or in. And there they chuck the ball away, so Grammar now will be looking to continue on with their good form and will come out hard on their yards. They also managed to get a penalty nice and early, feet in the ruck, getting caught up there, Hato Paora. So Grammar will bring it up 10 metres outside of halfway. They'll be looking to go towards their box, getting some fresh legs on. And again, just beautifully looking subs. They just look very clean, very well polished. They're setting up in the mid here. They drop 5 metres out. He's got the outside, ball down, called by the ref. And that's another dot down for this Auckland Grammar side.
Yeah, nice work there, and as you said, that transition was nice and smooth. It allowed Auckland Grammar to get right down on that line. A quickie there for Josh Penny to dot down. And again, it just comes down to, as we said at the start of the match, just the coach, Peter Walters, has set down what his standards are, I'm sure, for this Grammar team. They've worked on things from day one, and they're looking in a really good position at the moment. Nice flow through the middle of the field in the transition and getting those opportunities down on the goal line, and most importantly, executing off most of the times they've been down there as they come through once again, looking to set up again as the sub players come through the middle of the field, just getting down to that line, slowing up, pulling it back just to bring out that Hato Paora defence, just using a little bit of interchange, looking at the sweep around, comes the open side, creates the 2-on-1, ball referee has got the ball down first, and we get another one for Auckland Grammar. I like that little change up there.
Oh, it was a beautiful set-up play. They had this the link on this right side coming back door, which made the Hato Paora think that they were going to go that way, but instead they hit back on that short side where they had numbers on the out. Just a well-executed move. Beautiful play by this Auckland Grammar side. They pushed the lead out 4-0. Hato Paora will really need to put in some work here if they want to shut that gap down. Still a lot of time left in the match. With 7 minutes left in this half and another 15 in the second. Definitely more than enough time to come back. They do need to just sharpen up, redefine their attacking line a bit. They're going short side by Auckland Grammar. They have numbers on this defensive line, so they're doing very well defensively. I think just their communication skills when they're defending, looking very good at the moment. They look to come back on the short side. He does get ball away, but does throw it to ground, so Grammar now. The good thing about it is they are locked up on the left side of this field, away from their sub-box. So Hato Paora will be looking to force them to work. Oh, and we could have it off the mark call. Ref's not going to have any of it though. So Grammar continue to work down this right edge. That's second touch there. Third touch already past halfway. Nice yardies put in by this Grammar side.
Yeah, it's great work. You can see number 5, Oscar Millington, just directing things around there as the winger, but he's right in the middle, setting things up now, has got their flow forward. As we see, another release ball into number 16, Hana-rae Bradley, for another flow. So execution is pretty much 100% for Auckland Grammar when they get down on the line there.
Yeah, Auckland Grammar just looking very sharp at the moment. It feels like the fluidity they have on attack, everyone's on the same page, everyone's just riding that same wavelength. So they are looking very good on the 5 at the moment, but some good work put in by Hato Paora. The ref is going to call the Grammar side onside, so the touch will count. So they'll bring it back to the 7. But nice defence here by Grammar. You can see them rushing up.
Yeah, just a little change in the policy. I didn't actually get to see them on day one, but whether they ran the same one, but certainly pushing with a high link and high middle option, which is quite often used to be seen in the mixed setup as a mad dog defence structure to try and nullify the quickie plays. So you sort of have a striker sitting back the left middle, but that could have been a change up from day one, but certainly is it's showing benefit for Auckland Grammar here. Just Hato Paora getting caught on the right hand side of the field. They need to just open up a little bit. Every play seems to be on that right hand side, Kimo.
Yeah, that's the second penalty for Auckland Grammar at the moment though. One more and they'll have to defend their line with only 5 players. What I'm liking from Hato Paora at the moment is there's the third one, they have to send a player off. So now a huge advantage for Hato Paora. 6 against 5, but for me personally, it almost makes it harder because the policies go out the door and I almost forget how to attack against 5 players.
Yes, that's right. It's one thing, the defensive structure, they know how to defend with 5. They've got their policies. Sometimes it is a little bit harder attacking-wise, as we see, but just hopefully the coaches has been able to ingrain it. Just should be a simple overlap play, so they'll be looking to run a sweep or an open play. We get a bounce out on that short side, does make it across, so just had that link working a little bit hard there. Good option, well done by Hato Paora, I like that. Yes,
way to identify where the hole was. Like we said, it was 6 against 5. So they knew there was definitely more space to work with. Just like you said, Grant, forced that link to work a lot harder than what they would have needed to if there were 6 players on the field. Great way to take advantage of an opportunity for Hato Paora. They shut the gap down. Score now 5-1. Just under 3.5 to go. Grammar will be looking to make up for that mistake.
Yeah, I can see Peter Walters just down in the sub box out of shot, just calmly talking to those players about that situation and probably just saying, if it happens again, this is what our policies are, this is what we need to look at. As down the other end, we get a dot down for Oscar Millington on the wing. Nice play by Auckland Grammar to snatch that one back and just stretch that lead back out to 5 again.
Yeah, again, it was just a beautifully executed play. They latched the right players that they needed to, forcing the overlap. They ended up having numbers out on that right side, and it was just an easy check from mid to wing. And there they stretched their lead back out to 5. Score 6-1 to Auckland Grammar. Hato Paora now on the attack with just over 2.5 to go. They work their way up to this middle. Nice little extra passes. I like to see that they are identifying what this Auckland Grammar defence is doing and trying to shape their game around that. So they're looking for extras. At the moment, though, they're getting stuck out 10 metres just outside their half. Just a bit too static, I feel, at the moment.
Yeah, looking well drilled, the Auckland Grammar in that defensive structure. They push both middles up to shut them down when they're far out from the goal line. As soon as they roll into that red zone, they drop straight into that policy of the high link, high middle, which is definitely bearing fruits for them at the moment and just causing a bit of trouble for Hato Paora. So something for them to talk about as we head closer to the halftime break for their coaching team to look at, as Auckland Grammar just start to roll into the attacking zone now. All subs on and looking back in that 3-3 with the sweep coming around. They'll look to check and come open side, but good man on defence there by Hato Paora.
It was. I thought the outside middle was offside, but ref didn't see it that way. So Hato Paora now will be looking to make a strong touch here. Great work by Hato Paora. Good to see some solid defence coming into play for this blue and red side. They'll now be hitting up that middle, then they'll be looking to get to their box, get some fresh legs on.
Good strong defence by Auckland Grammar there. Just getting them away from their structure a little bit. I think we had a couple of their subbers went early, and that just caused a little bit of an opportunity for Auckland Grammar to push up again. Nice pressure. Beats the touch there, gets past, creates an opportunity if we're coming open. There's a player just struggling to get back on there for Auckland Grammar, and we come into 6 touch.
I thought Hato Paora were hard done by there. I mean, they had a Grammar player trying to get back on side, but they were causing some issues with their attacking line. Auckland Grammar lucky to get away with that one. So Hato Paora now backed into a corner on defence. Auckland Grammar working very hard, make a very good touch inside of their line. Able to capitalise for another dot down. Auckland Grammar stretched their lead out 7 points to 1.
Yeah, that was just, again, as we've seen through this half, Auckland Grammar driving strong through that middle. Gets a great plant here, looking to come around, and we'll see on this replay. Great plant, step, dummy, and goes through, and then connects with their winger, Millington, to get another one just as the hooter goes for the halftime break. So, seeing very good things from Auckland Grammar. Seeing some great promise from Hato Paora. They just not quite getting to the line to execute.
Yeah, and I think that's just off the back of some really good defence by this Auckland Grammar side. I mean, we've seen once they do get into attacking territory, they're able to score points. The hard part is for Hato Paora to get to that position of the field. Auckland Grammar at the moment just doing everything, in my opinion, very, very well. Their attack, their defence, their fly D, and also their mad dog defence, high link defence that they have when they are in their red zone. Just looking very sharp.
Yeah, definitely, as we said at the start, what we expected, a well-drilled team. From day one, they're taking a step forward, no doubt, in this game. I think Pete will be pretty happy, but he'll just be resetting things for them, just talking about going back to their processes, focusing on those little key areas, really strong defence, that's really showing dividends for them, and allows them to get down and create those opportunities down at the goal line, which they're executing at a very high percentage at the moment.
And that's it. That's what I'm liking by this Grammar side at the moment, is the quality of play when they do have ball in hand. One thing I think Hato Paora need to be watching out for is when they are sending that fly D, sometimes all it takes is just one little extra pass or two little extra pass just to get in and behind that defence. And also recognising when they are using that mad dog defence, this Grammar side is just identifying and knowing that when they do make the touch, you are going to have that mad dog rushing at that low mid rushing out at you. So just be ready for that flick pass. And saying that, very good performance by both teams at the moment. Just Grammar just looking a bit too good at the moment.
Yep, that's right. So I think, as we're seeing just on the screen at the moment, the Hato Paora team just clarifying what they're looking to do, maybe a couple of little change-ups, as we'll expect to see the same pressure performed by Auckland Grammar. Just clarifying things, getting the team on the same page with what their expectations are and what their key focuses are for them coming into the second half. And look, only takes one or two quick ones and puts the pressure back on Auckland Grammar, and we'll have a very tight finish to this one if Hato Paora can execute just that little bit better down in the goal line and put a bit more pressure on the Auckland Grammar team.
Yeah, I'd like to see this Hato Paora side just tighten up the defence in the middle a bit. You don't want your opposition scoring on your inside, and maybe having their wingers just running a bit more of a profile line just so that they're able to double off if need be. And saying that we have a good match on our hands, and the good thing is it's a quick pace, and I feel like that comes back to some real good refereeing that we have with our officiators in this match. So they are doing very well. We have Auckland Grammar starting us off in the second half, hitting up those that middle. Will they have a waster, or will they look to run another one of their plays?
I think they'll have a clear structure on this one. As we saw in the first half, a little 3-3 quickie play beats the outside touch of that defender. So that one there for me just is the profile position. We got the number one for Hato Paora turned inwards, making a touch on the inside shoulder of that attacker, unfortunately, and that allows him to beat that profile of the player. Attacking player is going to win that one every time.
Yeah, something we haven't really seen in this tournament so far are teams purposefully dropping inside of that 7 metre, and we saw that then, and it was very, very quick. He only needed 2 steps to be able to be in diving position, so very good work there by the attacker for Auckland Grammar.
As the ball goes to ground there, that looked very promising for Hato Paora, a different setup they were looking for there, so they've clearly had a few discussions at half-time about how they want to try and attack this defence from Grammar. As we see great yards coming over and great energy here looking from Auckland Grammar, but just didn't quite square up in that ruck play of the ball, which gives the turnover to Hato Paora. Nice start to the yardage set from the number 2 Hato Paora there.
Mai te rangi arahanga. Yeah, no, that was very good work by our Hato Paora player, just enough to shake his defender and get him to get off square. So Hato Paora now in good attacking position. That's 4 there. They'll be looking to set up a scoop. I'd like to see them move forward here and not wait for the defenders to come to them. There we have a scooper. He's called his player offside. Goes back, unable to find an open player though. He had forced a slip by the Grammar winger. So unfortunate not to see that option there. So Grammar now be looking to get some good go forward going. They've bunched up here. They're pushing down the mid, and they'll be looking to get as many subbers as they can on. Good yardies being put in by this Grammar side.
Yeah, looking very strong through this part of the game. Auckland Grammar, it's obviously been well drilled into them. Coming the short side to the right to the winger. Looking for a little bit of one-on-one there. Didn't quite get it. Great touch by the Hato Paora winger, who now plays the ball. Nice play by Auckland Grammar, stretching right length of the field. Great touch, great athleticism as well by both wingers.
By both wingers, yeah.
As we see again that pressure from Auckland Grammar defence just disrupted Hato Paora, creates the turnover, and now gives them an opportunity on their attacking line. back working through into that middle, will the bounce out on the short side, straight to the winger, looking for a repeat on what he just did before. We had the same result, great defence by the winger, but Auckland Grammar really starting to stretch this defence and creating good options on the line attack from this 33 platform. They'll look to go the other way, same play, the wingers come in short and they'll get the overs on this one, and that is great execution going from one side of the field to the other to create the tight shut from the winger.
Look, one thing I'm really liking by this Grammar side is just their variety on attack. They're not just sticking to one move. They are working every single channel in this game, that mid, that link channel, and right there we saw that wing channel as well. All they did was fake the quickie, which drew those defenders in, bounced out the link, which forced a 2-on-1 with that outside wing, able to get the ball on the outside. Great work by Grammar. Yep. Beautiful move. We call it OZ back where I'm from. Grant, tell me what Canterbury call it so I can use that against them next time we go up against Canterbury.
Yeah, funnily enough, it's just the same move, so we don't really change too much there. Everybody knows all the same moves, it's just how well you execute them, I think. So there's no point changing things. It's all in how you execute it. As we see Hato Paora break through the short side, almost scoops through. Good defence in the end by Auckland Grammar, just to touch the dummy half there as we get through. But good energy again from Hato Paora to break the line almost, put the Grammar under pressure, and hopefully if they can create some disruption through the defence here. Just getting caught having to roll back Hato Paora. It would be great to see them sort of push up the same pressure that Auckland Grammar puts on. But as we see Grammar come through right into the goal line, so again their yards doing the work here, sets a platform for them to break through on the short side, releases to the winger. Referee is just calling an offside penalty, I believe, for Hato Paora. So it'll be another set for Auckland Grammar to test that defence once again.
Yeah, no, that was great work by Grammar there. I thought that they were very close to scoring a try there. It was a nice little pass. Here we're going to have another low-risk waster, and he's able to catch his middle flat-footed, step back, nice little dive. Easy work by the Grammar middle there. I like the way they're structuring their attack. It's very smart. They start off with a couple wasters, low-risk plays. You don't want to give the ball away too soon in your touch count. And there they turn that low-risk play into a try. So now the score 10-1, Auckland Grammar over Hato Paora.
Yeah, looking very strong there. Hato Paora just needed to have their other middle a little bit tighter in that to help on that step back and create that shutdown. As they see a nice play, which we'll see, I believe, number 2, Maitarangi Arahanga, go in for a great score for Hato Paora. That was a nice hit back, nice and fast.
It was beautiful. I thought that the player, that dumper there, was coming in just a bit too slow. I thought he was a bit nonchalant about it until I realised that they were trying to force the second phase play, which gave them numbers on this outside hole. And a beautiful dive there, like you said, by Maitarangi Arahanga. Beautiful work. So Hato Paora able to dot down again just to close that gap up a bit. But no doubt, Auckland Grammar, they won't take their foot off the neck. Here they are. We have Riley scooping open side, and he gets the inside ball. Very impressed by their number 1, Riley Williams, for this Auckland Grammar side. Very good defence and attack. Great work by him, just identifying that they had that open on the inside. Beautiful work. Hato Paora now will be coming in from halfway. They'll be looking to score another try just to shut down the gap that they have between each other with just over 7.5 to go.
Yeah, key thing for them here is just to keep continuing with what they've been trying to do. Keep working on the execution. Great energy and speed there. Number 1 for Hato Paora coming through, Josh Sims Pritchard. He's had good energy today. Nice and quick pace. Just need to execute now. Here they get a little bit more pressure from Auckland Grammar, and this is the area where we just need to tidy up and have a couple of different options. As we see a 32 peel option come along, looks to bounce out that link, but we see the winger from Auckland Grammar come in and shut that down very quickly. So that was a great read from the winger.
Yeah, when you tend to run a Mad Dog D or a high link kind of defensive line, I liked what Hato Paora did before. They were forcing the second phase. Sometimes that's a very good play to go up against that sort of defensive line. So no doubt that's been input by their coach. And Grammar, an unforced error, one of their first of the game to my knowledge. So here we have Hato Paora in good attacking position. They'll be looking to get some good yardage upfield, try and get as close to their 7 as they can before the end of this set. That's 3 there. They're over halfway. Grammar need to be careful. Could get pinged for offside here. That's 4. And beautiful setup here by Hato Paora. They'll have a nice scoop off the tail end of this. They've found a hole. They've found the gap. All they need to find is the open player. Holding? No. The ref's just going to say ball to ground. So Grammar able to defend that set.
Yeah, great work there. Looks like Paulie Manuel scoops through again. Looked to connect with his player. Perhaps could have just held that ball a little bit longer so that the player could try and evade or get a little bit of distance between himself and the defender. But look, they've got that opportunity through again. Just that final pass going to ground. So good signs from Hato Paora.
Yes, very good. We have Grammar though. They've scooped through again. There's that player Riley and able to get his ball out to one of his open players. They score another try. And it's that same player, number 1, Riley Williams, just a good scoop. Able to find his open player. Very good work by Grammar.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing here is the breakdown over time of all those little 33 platform plays from Auckland Grammar is just now having to work in those middles, which is keeping them apart, and that's allowing these opportunities now. So that will be one of the things for them to look at, is just tighten up that defence between the middles for Hato Paora. But as we see on the attack line, now they get a penalty. Auckland Grammar not moving forward, so a whole set here for the Hato Paora team as they just bring in fresh subs, looking to play. Disrupted again well by the Auckland Grammar. Look to bounce out. We said dive at the line. Good touch by the Auckland Grammar middle there. Hato Paora just checking if he did touch him, in fact, which they agreed with the referee. Short side play, Quickie looks to dive under, but nice touch there by Cruz Kumaroa. And we're into the back end of the set. Number 10, great play. That is the time you want to release early once you've scooped in.
Yeah,
nice little short side play by Hato Paora.
Just a nice little shimmy step here. Just catches him off guard. That was a nice, beautiful touch there by the Grammar player. And here's the step to get the scooper through. Did just enough. And with that little cut, nice work there by Hato Paora. I'd usually tell Lynx not to cut there, but it was the perfect play in that situation. So well done to Hato Paora. Able to dot down. 12 points to 3, the gap at the moment. Just over 3.5 to go. Grammar now with ball in hand. We know they know how to score points. Oh, with a beautiful move. They have numbers on the left side, but good defensive work by Hato Paora. Way to bring it back.
Yeah, nice little change up on that one from Grammar. Looking at the quickie play on the right side, but having the right link come around the back door to create numbers. Looked like a good option. Didn't quite go to hand, but something they're obviously just testing out. Maybe they'll keep in their pocket for later on, day 2 or into finals day. As we see Hato Paora come over halfway, scooping through. Numbers here on the short side, can't connect. As we see Auckland Grammar now getting a chance just on their 10-metre line, looking to stretch across the field, interchange across to their sub-box. Good yards again. It's been a platform of their game, Auckland Grammar, through the orange zone yards. Very strong, gives them every opportunity down here on the goal line as we see them just set in for... What have we got coming up? Looks like a 32 play, but the referee says early call to a penalty, not moving forward at a regular pace for Hato Paora. So another full set for Auckland Grammar. This will be interesting to see what they structure up for a whole set here, Kimo.
Yeah, unfortunate for Hato Paora there. That was the 4th touch, so now they're going to get a full set. Riley out to the winger. Great identification of where the open holes were. But again, you got to take your head off to the link for Grammar as well. He was chopping just enough just to draw that middle in. We have a look at this play. They check off to Riley, who sees where the hole is. Beautiful work by Grammar. Way to finish off a well-structured try.
Yeah, and you just see the overread there because they've run so many quickie plays. The Hato Paora team really tight in, thought it was going to be a quickie play and a release out the other side, which creates the overlap. So great identification by Auckland Grammar.
Yes, very good. Very good top 2 inches by this Grammar side so far. Hoia no, we have Hato Paora. They go for a 33 quickie. Outside to the winger, there's a little bit of space, not enough to score a try though. And unfortunate, I think it was a forward pass. So Grammar now will truck it out from there, 7 metre. Just a minute 20 to go. Some good yardies being put in here by the black and yellow side.
Yeah, it's been a platform that has been their real strength for Auckland Grammar. Not unexpected with Peter Walters there. You certainly don't get to attack on the goal line if you haven't got your yardage patterns in play. So a real strength, and we've seen what I've liked is that energy level from Auckland Grammar has kept up this whole game.
It's been constant. They've had that same intensity throughout the whole match, but not only just in attack or defence, but in all aspects of the game. Hato Paora able to pick up a penalty here with 36 seconds to go. This will probably be their last set with ball in hand. So they'll be looking to take advantage of this opportunity. They check it out to their mid. You see this link nice and tight. They'll be looking for a wrap play here. They go for the peel. They check it out to that backdoor player. But just at 6s and 7s there, not knowing who was supposed to be hitting what hole. Nice little hold up there. They've got space on the outside. Hato Paora, beautiful way to end the match. It'll most likely be the last play of the game. Way to dot down.
Yeah, that was nice. Great recognition on that short side. Just a little lapse in the defence there allows Hato Paora to dot down pretty much right as the hooter goes. So they'll be happy to finish off like that.
Yeah, strong performance by Auckland Grammar today. Hato Paora unable to match the intensity that Auckland Grammar had. Auckland Grammar take the match 13 points to 4. But what a performance by both sides. We have a bit of a break coming up for you guys next, but our next game will be at 12:50, and that's the girls' grade. That'll be Burnside High School going up against Tauranga Girls College, so don't go too far away at Te whānau. Heke mu kei te haere.